In this video, I'm going to show you this collection of comics I paid $92 for. This pile of comics I picked up from a junk store for 40 bucks. This pile of comic books I picked up from the same junk store for about $65. This pile of comics I traded about $20 worth of comics for. This kind of awesome pile of comics I paid almost $300 for. I'm going to open up this box of comics I paid $60 for. I'm going to open up this box of comics I paid $87 for. And I'm going to open up this box of comics I got from eBay that I paid about $20 to $30 for. And I'm going to show you this cool board game that I picked up for 10 bucks. Hello YouTube friends and neighbors. It's been a couple weeks since I last did a video. I've been buying too many comic books, and the last couple weeks I've been sorting them like mad because I need to make more room for all the ones I'm buying, and I kind of need to sell a few of the duplicates to help pay for all the comics I've been purchasing. Plus I'm trying to finish a trade, and I'm having a hard time finding the rest of the comics that I want to get for the guy, so I'm working on that as well. Now in this video I'm going to show you a whole bunch of stuff I've picked up in the last couple weeks, and I'm probably going to have to do a couple more videos because I have a lot of other comic collections I've picked up recently, but it's going to be comic crazy. I also have to get a couple of Funko Pop videos done. It's been a really busy couple of weeks, and I'm exhausted. I've sorted through thousands of comic books. Finding lots of duplicates though. Finding duplicates are good because then I can sell them and try to get some of my money back. Okay, we got a lot of comics to get through today, so let's get into it right here. Okay, let's see. First, I'm going to go through this collection of comics. I paid, I believe, $92 for this collection. First, we have Flash 217. This time of year, spring, late spring into summer, is moving season in New York City. Spring cleaning / moving season. So comics start becoming easy to find for me around this time of year. So I end up buying a whole bunch. Got a Classic Illustrated number 111. Classic Illustrated number 109. I usually don't go out of my way to find Classic Illustrateds, but if I can get them for $1 or so, I think that's about what I paid for these. I'll pick them up. Number 146. New 52 Action Comics number 1. X-Men. I'm not sure what issue this is. New Suicide Squad number 22. That's cool. I like in the newer comics because I don't really go to the comic shop every week to pick up comics. So when I can pick up comics from the last year or so for $1 or less, I'm happy. We got Marvel Greatest Comics Captain America number 1. I believe that's a reprint. New X-Men number 156. Wolverine 158. Flash 56. I think most of these I paid $0.25 to 50 cents a piece. Aquaman Special number 1. New X-Men 135. Usually when I buy comics, I buy collections. I don't really pick and choose if I have the opportunity. So usually I buy stuff by the collection. Guardians of the Galaxy number 16. Iron Man 117 in pretty great shape. I thought that was cool. Little Nemo Return to Slumberland. I love Winsor McKay artwork. I love his storyline. This is not his artwork, of course, because he died years ago, but it's based on his character Little Nemo, so I thought that was pretty awesome. I actually want to try to get the rest of those. Aquaman number 50. One issue number 250. It's a hefty, thick issue. Astonishing Thor number 3. Astonishing Thor number 1. Astonishing Thor number 5. Number 4. Secret Wars number 1. Astonishing Thor number 2. Fury number 1. I'm going through, usually I'm sorting these, I'm going through kind of the cheaper ones first, and then it gets better as you get through this deck. Got Tales Designed to Thrizzle number 1. Star Wars Chewbacca number 3. That one's kind of cool. DC Comics Presents Superman and Joker number 41. More Classic Illustrated number 108. Flash number 55. Classic Illustrated number 126. Classics Illustrated number 136. Number 148. I got a bunch of these in this collection. 151. 155. 135. I mean, they're kind of cool. I kind of like the covers. I don't really read them that often. Annihilation Conquest number 4. Classic Illustrated number 106. Now you're probably thinking the collection's almost done. You're like, he paid $92 for this? You'll see at the end why I paid that much. Classic Illustrated number 98. Classics Illustrated number 125. Classics Illustrated number 131. Invincible Iron Man number 127. Unknown Soldier number 204. And then the last, I said I paid $92 for this collection. I really paid $32 for that stuff. But the last comic I paid $60 for. And it's very good condition. Amazing Spider-Man number 41, first appearance of Rhino. Pretty cool to pick that one up. All the other stuff, it's exciting. It's okay. But getting the first appearance of a key villain, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so that was that collection. Next, let's see what we'll do next. Okay, so this little collection right here, I traded about $20 worth of comics for. It was someone just brought them into the store. He was trading away some newer stuff. And I think he took a key issue. I kind of forget what he grabbed though. Superman 221, like a very good. Secret Wars Official Guide to the Marvel Multiverse. Uncanny X-Men 280. Rebirth Nightwing number 9. I always tell people that come into my store that want to trade, if they have newer comic books, I'm going to give them $1 or $2 in store credit. I like getting newer comics that I don't have yet. Nightwing number 8. Nightwing number 7, Nightwing number 1, Nightwing number 2. So I'm getting a whole run of the Nightwing from Rebirth. Nightwing number 3, Nightwing number 4. And then these I gave them $2 a piece store credit. I think they only go for about $2 online. But I don't have any of the newer Adventure Time comics from later in the series, plus past 40. So I'm really excited to pick these up. Adventure Time 53. Number 54, 48, I like that cover, 49, and then from the reboot series, number 5, which I don't have any from this series yet, number 3 and number 2, and then the last was Inhumans vs. X-Men calendar. So that was a cool little collection that I picked up. And I'm happy I just like getting the newer stuff that I don't have yet. It's fun to fill in the collection. Okay, I guess let's dig into some of the eBay stuff. Alright, so this was a box on eBay. It's, I think 11 variant comics, and I believe I paid about $6 or $7 a comic. I basically was looking for one specific comic book, and I'm always a sucker. If I find the variant I'm looking for and the prices are cheap, they happen to have a sale going on that was 15% off the regular listed prices. So I grabbed a bunch of cool looking variant covers for $6 or $7 each. Packaging looks pretty good. I like that when you order something and they properly package it. Now this is the main reason why I bought these comics, or what made me start buying from this vendor was I really wanted this comic. This was my top want for the month. When I saw the artwork for the cover, I just had to have it. It's Secret Warriors number 1, the variant cover. Let's take a little bit closer look at that. I love that cover. I mean, just the way all of them are portrayed, and then they're all standing on Devil Dinosaur's head. Oh, I love it. And I think I paid $8 for that. The cover's by David Nakayama. His artwork, I'm starting to become a big fan of every time I see it. Okay, so the rest of these, most of them I paid $6.80 each for. So I got Justice League Dark number 23. That was a 1 in 25 variant. Thought it was cool. I like Wonder Woman. Secret Wars Battle World number 2. I just thought it was a really cool looking cover. And what was that? That was a 1 in 25 variant. Okay, this is Extraordinary X-Men number 19. That was a 1 in 25 variant. That was $6.79. Idolized number 1. That was a limited to 750 variant. I thought the artwork was pretty nice on that. Got Adventure Time with Fiona and Cake number 4, a Phantom variant. I paid, I believe, it also $6.79 each on these. And I got number 6 Phantom variant. I like those Phantom variants. And then I got, those are cool. Ant-Man number 2, it's a Jeff Darrow artwork variant. That was a 1 in 25. I love Jeff Darrow. Big fan of his artwork. And then this was a set of Lumberjanes Gotham Academy comics. I believe there's 2 in there. I gotta look in there. I think it's supposed to be a set. No, I guess it's just 1 issue. I thought it was supposed to be 2 issues. I am confused. Anyway, it's a cool Virgin cover. It was, let's see, $9.34. And I guess they forgot to include an issue. So I'm going to have to contact them about that. But overall, I mean, I'm happy with these. I love finding cool variants with The one thing cool about variants is a lot of times they'll have better artwork or better artists do the covers, and they're more limited, so I like picking them up every once in a while. And I absolutely just love that cover. That's a cover I had to have since I first saw it. Okay, that was that eBay. That was a little bit of a splurge. Normally I try to buy a collection so I can sell off the duplicates, but every once in a while I'll splurge a little bit. Alright, and I'll have to contact them about the Lumberjanes. A little bit disappointed that the Lumberjanes was missing, but you know, I'm still okay. I mean, the prices were good, and I'm sure he'll either refund me half or send out the proper comic. I love that cover though. I'm so happy to have this one. Awesome. Next, okay, I have a little bit of a story. So I'm going to show you this little stack that I paid 40 bucks for. Now, I went to a local junk store looking for comic books. They get them every once in a while. And I noticed in the cabinet they had a bunch of, you know, they have a display cabinet in front. They had a whole stack of new comics. So I went through them and I found a whole bunch of comics that added up to like $110 as marked. And so I asked the guy, I said, how much are these? He said 100 bucks. So he gave me a little bit of a discount. I'm okay with that. Usually they give me a better discount. I guess it depends on the person at the store, because some people, they were giving me a good discount. Other people just not so much. I'm going to just start. I'm going to put this... You know, I'm going to put this back so we can look at it while I tell the story. I love that cover. So I put that stack, and then he said he had 2 more boxes of comic books out. So I went and I looked, and I saw that they had all kinds of new comic books. I was grabbing a bunch of like G.I. Joe, so I asked him, I said, how much are the comic books going to be? And he's like, oh, it depends on what it is. Nothing's priced. And then I said, well, if I buy all the G.I. Joes, can you do $1 a piece? And he's like, I can't really, and then he tells me, I can't really tell you a price until I see them all, but if you buy a whole stack, I'll give you a good price. So I end up grabbing like 55 comic books, and so he tells me, oh, another $100, $200. I was like, it was about $50 more than I wanted to pay. So I just decided, and I was there with my son, and my son picked out 6 comics, and those were kind of like cheaper comics. So I just wasn't willing to pay $200. I just thought he hit me with a really high number without even... It was agitating me a little bit, just the way he was treating me and talking to me. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna pass for now. And then I left. But then I was thinking, I saw some comics I really wanted, the ones that he had priced already. So I decided to go back, and I grabbed a few that he had actually priced, and I bought $40 worth. So I will show you. I got X-Men 140. It's mid-grade. It's like a fine for $5. X-Men 132, again mid-grade, fine plus, $5. X-Men 110 for $5. That's not bad for that one. I mean, that was for a mid-grade one, that's a really good steal on that. X-Men 121, I believe that's the first Alpha Flight. $10 I paid for that. I was really excited, except I realized that there's a piece of tape holding a rip together. So I'm a little disappointed, because I think they had 2 copies too, and this was the one that looked nicer. So I grabbed that one. I should have grabbed the other one. But still, $10 for the first appearance. That's a pretty good price. And then I got Amazing Spider-Man number 52. It's like a very good, maybe? Good to very good, somewhere in there. $10. Again, good price. And then Amazing Spider-Man number 59. First appearance of Mary Jane Watson. $5. It's only a good, because it's I think it's torn right here, and it's kind of ratty, but I mean, it's complete. It's all together. So $40. Now the guy, while I was there, they're like, that guy, so-and-so already gave him a price. Don't give him a discount. And they're kind of treating me poorly. So I was like, but I'm a comic addict, so I got my comics. I'm happy. I mean, it's still a really good price, but usually they give you a little bit of a discount on what's marked. So very, very disappointed. But I didn't buy any of the other comic books just because I didn't want to deal with, they had other comic books I wanted that weren't priced. He gave me one price, and it felt too high, and he's like, well, I'm going to have to look them up, and then he like tripled the price on me. Very frustrating day. So I was worried about that. When you see something you want and you can't get it, or you treated it a little bit unfairly, or it's not even unfair. I mean, the prices were okay, but I'll leave Mary Jane there. It's a great issue. It had me worried, or not worried, but I was just a little upset about it for a week. But I decided to go in another day, because I figured if I go in the right day with a different employee that's not as much of a jerk, maybe I'll get a better price. And so I went in on a rainy day. I figure it's a junk store, so on a rainy day, probably not too many people are shopping. They need a few more bucks. And so, okay, I'll show you. So, and then I bought this stack here for about 65 bucks. So I was happy. I ended up getting what I wanted for the price I wanted to pay. Now what happened was I went in, and I'm going to show you the 3 expensive comics first. These are the ones that when I wanted on the weekend, I asked him what the price would be. He said $30. I wasn't quite sure if one of them was worth that much. I hit him back with 20, and he's like, no, I can't do that. And then he started looking them up. And then he said, I'm going to price them. So he marked that one 18. X-Men 107. I mean, that's a pretty awesome issue. And it's like a very good plus. It's got a couple little tears. I mean, it's in pretty good shape. I think that's also the first appearance of the Starjammers. And then X-Men 108. He marked that one 20. And X-Men 126. He marked that 10. Now, all those are probably about what they're worth on eBay. If you bought them on eBay, that's about what you'd pay. So, I mean, I went and I told the guys, like, I was kind of a jerk. The guy offered me $10 a piece, which for this one was maybe a little bit high because I think I can get cheaper than that. Perfect for those. But the thing is, if I had only said I wanted those 2, then he probably would have charged me $15 each. They have a really weird policy of how they price things. So I told the guys, like, I was a little bit of a jerk. I offered 20 when he said 30. I probably should have said 25. If you wanted to do 25, I would take them for 25. So he's like, yeah, you know what? We just need to get this stuff sold. So I paid 25 for those. So I was like, okay, I'm happy now because I got the 3 comic books I kept on dreaming about and thinking about. I mean, literally, it was like 4 days of just agitation, worrying about it, being like, oh man, I hated the way I was treated. It wasn't even about the price, it's just the way they were treating me. I think they were acting like I was some kind of reseller or something. I hated it. But anyway, so I said, okay, how much do you want for the G.I. Joe comic books? Because there's a whole stack there. He said, well, how many were there? I was like, I think it was 20 or 30. He's like, 20 bucks. So I started looking through them. I was like, I think there's more than 20, 30. So how about I just give you $1 a piece? I'll be happy with that. I didn't really want, he probably would have done 20. But since he gave me a good price on those, I wanted to be fair. So I grabbed this whole stack of G.I. Joe comics for $1 a piece. G.I. Joe Yearbook number 3. G.I. Joe 82. G.I. Joe 81, G.I. Joe 72, G.I. Joe 71, G.I. Joe 70, G.I. Joe 59, and then there was a couple of better issues, the ones that sell for more online, G.I. Joe 107, G.I. Joe 115, those 2 I think would have cost me 5 to 10 online, G.I. Joe 63, G.I. Joe 99, G.I. Joe 61, G.I. Joe 56, G.I. Joe 66, G.I. Joe 64, G.I. Joe 98, G.I. Joe 97. I really want to put a set of these together. I have a bunch of G.I. Joes. I just don't know which ones I need. I need to sort them. G.I. Joe 92, G.I. Joe 85, G.I. Joe 83, G.I. Joe 69, 68, 67, 62, 58. This is a cool one. 27. I think that one's a little bit of a pricier one. 57. 36. I've always loved that cover. 100. 103. 101. And then I also grabbed some Transformers. 37. 36. 31. 30. 40. I mean, you know me, I'm a toy guy, so I love grabbing comics based on toys. Especially ones from my childhood. I was about 10 years old when these came out. G.I. Joe 51. I think this is a bit of a pricier issue, G.I. Joe 67. I was looking up, and I believe it's Jim Lee artwork. It might be his first work at Marvel. So that was really cool. That's like a $10 or $15 issue. Transformers 32. And then I just grabbed one Batman with a Joker. Not really worth anything, but for $1. It's cool. And then my son, he already sorted his into his stack, but he bought 6. Well, he wanted 6 Batman comic books that I didn't buy on Sunday, but I picked them up for $1 on Thursday. So I'm really happy I got the comics that I wanted. It's like the worst when you want something, you get denied, then you don't get it, but then you get it. I'm like, okay, I'm happy. Okay, let's do another eBay package. This was a lot that I bought on eBay. I might have bought this after I didn't get something else. Like, I didn't get something in person, so I was bummed. So I was like, I'm just gonna look on eBay and see if I can find something. So I paid. They had 2 different lots I bought. I don't know if both lots are in here. It might just be one of the 2 lots. But let's open it up and check out, see what they got. I get such a mood for comic books. Okay, yeah, I think this is both lots. So I paid, let's see, I paid with shipping $12.70 for the first lot. So let me show you what I got. I mean, it was a pretty sweet lot. Got a full set of Long Shot. That's his first appearance. Arthur Adams artwork. Very cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now they look a little worn. They look like they're probably very good finds. But I mean, the price I paid super cheap for that lot. I mean, with shipping it was $12.70, and I think it was. I also got a bunch of other stuff with it. I mean, the main reason why I bought it was for those comics. I don't know what these are. Enchanter. We got number 1, number 2. These actually look kind of cool. Number 3, Tales from the Heart. Number 1. I mean, there was some weird stuff in here. I basically bought it for the Long Shot. I don't think these are worth anything. Too Much Coffee Man, number 1. The Tale of Bad Rat. And then these last 2 items, I'm just going to put it in my store because I know I can sell them. And I figured I'd pay for the lot with these 2 and get the Long Shots for free. That was my plan, at least. We got the Star Wars storybook. I sell a ton of Star Wars stuff in my store, so I'm always looking for Star Wars stuff. And then Empire Strikes Back storybook. So that was cool. I figured sometimes when I'm a little bit low on cash, I like collecting in such a way that I can buy a collection or a lot and kind of sell off what I don't want and try to break even. So that's what I was doing with that lot, which is cool. I think I needed a couple Long Shots. I'm not sure which ones though, but that's cool to pick those up. Okay, and then the second lot I got from this person was $16.69. Now this was an absolute steal. I think it just people weren't, and the thing is, I was kind of in the mood to find more of this because I had found, well, it's an ElfQuest lot. I had found that ElfQuest graphic novels a few weeks ago, and I was in the mood for more ElfQuest stuff. And I can't believe I mean, I think I have about half of this stuff, but I have to sort through my collection. So we got the original Warp Graphics number 1. We got number 2, number 3. These actually look in pretty good shape too. We got number 4. I just want to double check. Yeah, I mean, these look like solid mid-grade. All right, that's number 4. Oh, I absolutely love the ElfQuest covers. I just like the cartoony look to them. Number 5, and then the back covers are great too. 5, number 6. Again, great back covers. Number 7. Wait, I'm gonna show you the first 4. Did I show you the back cover? Yeah, that's the back to number 4. The back to number 3, the back to number 2, and the back to number 1. I just love this late 70s fantasy style artwork. There's a lot of people that did it then, and I love it. ElfQuest number 8. That's the back. Again, very awesome. Number 9. Back cover. Number 10. And the back cover. That's cool. Number 11. Back cover. And so basically I won this lot and I decided to bid on that other lot just to try to save on shipping. I think I did save a couple of dollars. Number 12. Oops. And in the back, we got some wolves. I think this is the complete run. Number 13. Oh, I'm really happy with these. Great deal. I love finding deals. Number 14. That's the back cover. I don't know how I got these for $16 for all of them. I mean, that's a steal. Okay, we got number 15. That's the back. Number 16. That's the back. I love that they have full illustrations on the back. Number 17, just really fun artwork. Number 18, that's the back. It's like a Troll King. Number 19, cool. And then there was a duplicate, number 19. I like getting, when I buy cheap lots like this, I do like getting duplicates because it means I can sell off a little bit and cover the cost of the lot or part of the lot. Number 20 has a cute, I like the illustration on the back, it's cute. Number 21, I think that's the full set of these. I think there's 21 in the series. I like the back. Now, I don't know, I don't think these are all first prints, but still, for the price I paid $16 for all those, and there's still more. There was also this series, which I don't know about, but it looks cool. It's the same kind of artwork. A Distant Soil, I guess it's a sci-fi series. That's cool. So it's number 1, number 3, maybe sci-fi fantasy. I'm not 100% sure, but these are cool. I haven't heard of it, but I'm definitely, I think there's one issue missing, maybe a couple issues, because this is number 4, and I think number 2 is missing. Yeah, I didn't get number 2, so I'm going to look into again completing that. And then there was the Apple comic series. What numbers did I get? I don't think this was complete. We got number 1, because it says it's an 8-part fantasy adventure, and I only got 4 of them, but still, that's pretty cool. We got number 2, and number 3, and number 4. And then to round out the lot, there was this ElfQuest Gatherium. I think it's just a book about ElfQuest that just shows ideas and sketches about it. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I don't know, it's cool. And remember, I paid $16 for the whole entire lot. And that was with shipping. I think that was a steal. I think that was an awesome deal. Next we have this box of comics I got right here. This was a Facebook deal. It was a box of Silver Age, or mostly Silver Age, maybe some gold and some bronze mixed in. But it was 30 comics for $60, so it's $2 a comic. I thought that was pretty awesome. But let's see what's in the collection first, then you guys can decide if you thought it was a good deal or not. We got a Marvel Tales number 30. That's in like a very good plus. One Bronze Age Marvel Presents Guardians of the Galaxy number 4. It's got a little tear there. So I mean, for $2, it's still a pretty good comic for that. Kazar number 1 and fine maybe. And then this is early silver, late gold, Badge of Justice number 3, in pretty good shape. I mean, that was a big grain of fine maybe. And then Classic Illustrated Junior number 509, Beauty and the Beast. Classics Illustrated number 37, Illustrated Story of the Jungle. So no, I mean, a couple of these I probably could have got cheaper, but overall, I think what was in this box is worth it. Classics Illustrated number 52, Classics Illustrated number 121. This one's cool. Adventures into the Unknown number 158. That one's pretty cool. And then Forbidden Worlds number 132. I like that one a lot. We got Garrison's Gorillas. Not sure the number. That's one of those Dell TV-based comics. That's cool. We got Shadow number 5. That's kind of cool looking. We got Shadow number 3. This one has a little bit of pen on the cover, but still pretty cool. And then Shadow number 2. I like that cover. I think that's pretty cool. And then we got Flyman number 34. I like that. I kind of like these Archie Silver Age superhero stuff. I mean, I don't know who the characters are, but they're just fun. It's got that old school feel to it. Flyman 32, Flyman number 33, Flyman number 35. And these are in pretty good shape. They're all like very good to find. The Mighty Crusaders, not sure the issue number, but it looks like it's in really nice shape. Fine Plus maybe. Mighty Crusaders number 2. Oh, the other one was number 3. I think this is Golden Age or early Silver. Paul Terry's comics. It's like Terry Toons, Mighty Mouse. I like that kind of stuff. I grew up with that. I used to watch the reruns when I was little. This is cool. Blue Beetle comic. I think that's issue 3 or 4. Mandrake the Magician number 6. The Phantom number 22. I really like that cover. And it's in pretty good shape too. Okay, a couple of better comics. We got Superman 201 in like a good condition, mostly because that corner is torn. Superman 189, very good plus, to edge of fine. Like that. You got Turok Son of Stone, not sure the number, but again, awesome cover. Turok, $2. I mean, not bad. All right, this one's cool. Thor 170. It's very white. It doesn't look yellow at all. Inside it looks really nice. It does have a corner crease right here, but other than that, it's very good plus to a fine. Really nice copy of that. Okay, and then this is probably the nicest comic in there, Strange Tales number 179. So I thought that was a pretty cool lot. For $2 a piece, I would probably buy random Silver Age lots like that all the time. Especially because the average condition is not that bad. It's actually pretty good. And it had a couple, $10, $15 comics mixed in with the $2 or $3 ones. So I'm very happy with that. That was pretty awesome. Thumbs up to that collection. And it was shipped well. Okay, let's look at the X-Men board game. Okay, so this is the X-Men Alert Adventure board game. Now, back in the day, it's made by Pressman, and when you order it, it'll have a deal where you could send away for a comic book. So I usually, when I see these, I try to see if they did get the comic book or if they put it in there. And luckily, this one had the Pressman variant that they sent away for. This was a Uncanny X-Men 307. Oh, it's very cool. I put it in the bag and board after I bought it. It was in the bag and board, but I'm so happy that they sent away and actually got the variant, because you don't see these that often, and they're usually worth between like 10 and 30 bucks. And I got the whole board game for 10 bucks, so I was very happy to have it. I have the X-Men number 10, that's also a Pressman variant. I think the third one, I forget the issue, but I need the third one. So that's very cool. And then the game is kind of fun. So we got the board. This is what it looks like inside. It looks like it was unplayed because all the little bits aren't popped out. The cards are kind of jumbled all up, so I'm not sure if that's just the way it came. Let's take a closer look at all the figures. All right, so we got Professor X, Psylocke, Rogue, Shadowcat, Kitty Pryde, Storm, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Longshot, Jubilee, Iceman, Havoc, Gambit, Archangel, Banshee, Beast, Cable, Colossus, and Cyclops. So I think that game was really cool, and for 10 bucks, I'm really happy with the game. And the box itself is a little bit dinged up, but has the comic book. It's very 90s X-Men. That was the era that I was reading the comics when they were coming out every week. So that was, I like this era of X-Men. Very cool stuff. Okay, let's look at, I guess the last thing. So I'm saving the best for last. It was this collection that I paid $292 for. A friend of mine was going to Europe, so he needed some cash. So he said, hey, do you want to buy some comics? I said, all right, I'll look at what you got. And I said, I'll give you about half the 60% of the market value. So he brought in a stack, and I gave him a price on every single comic. And a couple he decided to keep, just ones he wasn't quite ready to part with. But we hit almost that $300 goal that he wanted. So I got some cool stuff. I got Batman Family number 6. That's the first appearance of the Joker's daughter. I didn't give him too much because it has a really bad water stain on the bottom. That irks me. The only thing that bothers me more than that is maybe sticker pulls on the cover. Although the water stains might bother me more. So I feel bad I didn't offer him too much. I think I only gave him $2 or $3 for this one. But without the water stains, it would have been worth so much more. We got, I forget what issue of Batman this is, but it was the movie cover variant. He had 2 of those. I thought that was pretty cool. We got Scooby-Doo Team Up number 12, the Harley Quinn variant. We got Walking Dead 94. This is the Expo variant. I don't know what's going on. I mean, Michonne looks like she's trying to be sort of sexy, maybe. Her shirt's coming open, but she's on a pile. Very odd cover to me. I don't get that cover, but I didn't have it, so it was cool to pick up. Marvel Premiere number 28 with the Legion of Monsters. I have a better copy of that, so it wasn't one I quite needed, but it's still a very cool comic book. Avengers number 104. This was a UK variant, because of 6 pence on the cover. That's cool. Eventually one day I would like to get all the UK versions of comics as well. X-Men Origins Deadpool one-shot. It's kind of a cool cover. Now this one I was really excited to see. It's Daredevil 81, but in really good shape. I mean, it has a little bit of hints of wear, but it's not yellowed at all. The white is very white. I mean, it's a little bit dirty, but just for the age, it was a beautiful copy. This is one that he showed me a couple times, and every time he needs money, he's like, "You don't buy it, nah," and he holds on to it. But it's one I really, really want to. It's Conan 24, first appearance of Red Sonja. So I was happy to pick that up. This was really cool, and it's in nice shape. It's maybe a very good to find somewhere around there. Amazing Spider-Man number 35. Now this one, it was hard for me to kind of evaluate it. It's an awesome comic. Fantastic Four number 46. I believe that's the first appearance of Black Bolt. Which, if the TV series is anything, if the TV series is good, this is definitely going to be worth more. Now the problem with it is, overall, it looks in really nice shape. There's barely any spine ticks. There's no major tears or creases, but it has a lot of foxing all up in the here and along here. So it looks like it was a comic that was purchased, maybe read once, and then just put somewhere safe. It wasn't getting destroyed, except it was somewhere where there was a lot of moisture, so it oxidized over time. So that's a kind of a bummer, but other than that, it's a really nice copy of the comic. I paid him based on somewhere between a good and very good condition. I'm not quite sure how the foxing drops the grade compared to, because without the foxing it would be maybe even a very fine. I mean, it's a really nice shape. This was an upgrade for me, this one. This was a beautiful, beautiful copy. Definitely a very fine Denier Mint copy of Iron Fist number 1. And that's, the other copy I had some wrinkles and like a kind of depression crease in the middle. So I was happy to get that upgrade. Beautiful comic. This is one of the more expensive ones that he had in this lot. It's a Walking Dead number 50 superhero variant. I was very happy to get that. I mean, that's a cool variant that I don't have in my collection, and I have a lot of Walking Dead stuff, so I was happy. And then the coolest thing in this lot, which I'm not quite sure how to grade, let me move all this stuff out of the way. He had a copy of Detective 83. What a beautiful, beautiful book. Now, I gave him $40 for it. I wasn't quite sure. Let me show you the problems with it. Maybe you guys are better at grading. I don't know if it's like a 1.0, 2.0. But, okay, there's a beautiful copy. I mean, it doesn't have any major pieces missing from the cover. Just one little corner there. But it does have tape right there. A piece of tape right there. A piece of tape right there. And the cover's detached. So, if I can pull the middle out... See, the cover is detached like that with a piece of tape holding the cover together in the middle. I'm hoping it's some kind of archival tape and not some crappy junky tape. And then the middle part also has a piece of tape on it, and so I don't know if it's missing any of the interior. I couldn't, I flipped through it and I couldn't quite figure out where the centerfold was. So I don't know if it's incomplete or not. But, I mean, it's a 1944... original Batman detective comic. Cover looks really nice. I mean, even with the distracting bits for a comic this old, it's still very appealing to me. Let me put back in the Mylar. Usually with the Mylars, is such a sharp blade on the edge, so I like to put the board in first a little bit, kind of hold it up, take the comic book, try to slide it in just so that the edges don't touch it, so it's not slicing it, and then slide the whole thing in slowly with the board, trying not to hit the edges. There you go. So, I mean, I think $40 was a great value on that. I don't know if I way underpaid or overpaid. I don't know the condition. I'm guessing it's like a 1.0. I don't know what detached covers really do to the value, but still very happy to own it. I mean, it's awesome. So that was the lot I got from him. I really, I enjoy picking up the key issues and the better issues. So what do you guys think? I think I got a lot of really cool comics in this haul, especially stuff like this, the old stuff. I have a lot more comics. I probably have another couple of videos worth of hauls to do that I'll hopefully be able to do this week. I've been trying to clean up my office, sort comic books, make more room to sort my comic books, so hopefully I can get more videos done. I kind of miss doing the videos. I mean, do you guys miss me making them? I don't know. I don't know if you're sitting at home waiting for me to make a video, or you don't really care. You just occasionally watch them. It's alright. I do them for fun. If I'm happy, then I'm happy. And if you guys are happy, that's cool too. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If this is the first time you're watching my videos and you like this kind of content, you want to see more comic books, or if you want to see anything else, if you want me to do more toys or any of my other videos, just let me know in the comments below and subscribe to my channel so you can be updated when I make new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!